Hi there and welcome back. I'm so excited for you to be joining me today as I reimagine one of my not so favorite childhood treats. I knew them as the Pinwheel. It's a cookie covered with marshmallow dipped in chocolate. We're going to recreate this today by making a dark chocolate wafer. We're going to make a scrumptious homemade raspberry marshmallow. We're going to coat the whole thing in white chocolate and then add a sprinkling of pink peppercorns to the top. I'm excited. Let's get started. Alrighty, to begin, we're going to start with a 1/4 cup of room temperature butter. To that, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of sugar, and we're going to cream those together. Once our butter and sugar are combined, we're going to add 1 whole egg. We want to mix this until it's all incorporated. Alright, once my egg was nice and incorporated, I threw in a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we're going to mix together our dry ingredients and add those to our mixing bowl. Here I have 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour. To this, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and a 1/4 cup of special dark cocoa powder. If you only have regular cocoa powder, it'll work fine. This just makes it a little extra rich. Going to whisk these together and then get them added to our mixing bowl. We're going to mix together our dough and then we'll wrap it in some plastic wrap and throw it in the fridge for at least a good 1/2 hour. That'll give us time to make our raspberry marshmallow. Start this on low. Turn it up a little. Alrighty, our dough is nice and thick and it smells amazing. That nice, rich, dark chocolate. Show you how nice and thick this is. Oop. Alrighty, let's get the rest of this out and just get it in the fridge. Alrighty, time to get started on our raspberry marshmallow filling. In my mixer here, I have 3 egg whites. I made sure to get my bowl nice and clean. We're going to start to whip these up. I have my sugar syrup heating up in a saucepan. I have a 1/4 cup of water, a 1/2 cup of corn syrup, 3/4 cup of sugar, an 1/8 teaspoon of salt, and that's coming to a boil. We're going to bring that up to 250 degrees and get it ready to add to our whipped egg whites. When our egg whites start to get some air incorporated, I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar, as well as 3 tablespoons of dried raspberries. Now I bought freeze-dried raspberries and I stuck these in my Vitamix and blended them down to a powder. Now that our egg white mixture has whipped up some, it's time to add our sugar syrup. We're going to slowly add this into our egg whites to make our marshmallow fluff. Alrighty, I have my dough here that I've pulled out of the fridge. I've put down some fresh plastic wrap and I've sprinkled some cocoa powder underneath as well as on top to keep our dough from sticking. Alrighty, so I'm going to cut these. I have my smallest cutter, which is about 3/4 inch, and then this guy is about 2 and 3/4 inches. And we're going to cut the larger circle and then stamp out the center. Put those to the side. You can cook those to make a little treat. And we're going to lift up our wheel and place it on parchment. So let's get these all stamped out. We're going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 18 minutes. You do not want them to burn, but you want them to get nice and crispy because they're going to be the base layer for our little reimagined pinwheel. I have my cooled cookie wafers. Now it's time to start piping our marshmallow fluff on here. We have our raspberry marshmallow. I'm going to make little mounds going all the way around our cookie. Now that I have all my chocolate wafers topped with the raspberry marshmallow fluff, I'm gonna let these sit out for a couple of hours. That's gonna allow the marshmallow to dry out just a little bit so that when I dip them, the marshmallow won't get messed up. I'm gonna give it a little dusting with some of our dried raspberry powder and sprinkle on our special flavor with our pink peppercorns. Cooking.com. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.